Okay, so you're an entrepreneur and you're growing and you can't make more hours in a day and you're losing your entire life in your business, right? So we're gonna do some time management training here. So I wake up in the morning and all these thoughts are going through my head and I'm stressed out about what needs to get done because I want to grow in my business if I'm going to be away from my wife and my kids. So let me make the most of it, right? So the first thing are things that only you can do. Okay, that's one side of this board. Okay, this is where you make rain and other people can't make it. So because I'm in real estate, there's a few things that I can't outsource, like relationship building. If you're a real estate agent and you're selling real estate negotiations, parts of your marketing has to have your own touch on it. It can't be outsourced, although the distribution and actual making of the marketing can all be outsourced, right? What else here? Lead generation, you might outsource it, but you definitely need some sort of management on top of that. So these are just like the basic cycles that just keep making more money all the way down the list. Okay? Now, what you have is you have all of this stuff that's on your mind that needs to get checked off, right? So you have to create flyers, input listings, get signs out, return emails. My God, resending documents, that's a full-time job. Distributing documents to the people that need to sign them, getting updates on stuff, all of this stuff, right? So these are tasks. So you get out and you want to get the stuff that you need to do from an urgency standpoint or that you hate doing out of the way first. So we go really counterintuitively right to this list and we start checking boxes. Okay, so it's 8 in the morning. Now it's 11 in the morning. You haven't done anything on the offense to increase your business. You're solely on the defense. You haven't thrown a punch. You're just trying to stay alive, right? So you're checking all these boxes. Now comes 2 o'clock. Your energy, instead of being here, is here. Your passion, instead of being here, is here. And your future money is somewhere down here because all you've done is tasks, right? So what you have to do is take a piece of paper, rip this thing in half, and you need to outsource this to somebody that works in this type of area for $20 to $30 an hour. There's people that love doing this work. They're important people, actually. In some senses, I would say it's really potentially one of the most important roles within a team is a person who likes doing administration stuff, a person who's creative that can create marketing tools or that's proficient online and fast and knows about ways to be effective, to save cost, to be resourceful. These are all things that are important. You should delegate all these tasks to somebody that does that. This way you stay into your income producing activities. So I'll give you an example of how I did this. So I was 40 years old coming over to EXP with a 1-year-old and a very, very interesting and fun wife that I like spending time with. And this job was messing that all up, right? Because I'm on the phone, I'm at nights, weekends, showing houses, writing contracts, negotiating, and my wife's standing next to me, obsessed about my cell phone because I'm neurotic and I'm a self-employed person and we have to answer our phone if we want to stay in business, right? So I started to think, how can I leverage my time and skill set to where I can build an empire? Like, why are certain brokerage owners that we paid our whole life where they're at, and why am I, as one of the top agents, renting my career? No equity, no nothing, no leverage, right? So I leveraged a little bit. I became a listing agent because you can carry 50, 60, 100 listings as one person, but you can't show 50 or 100 buyers houses, especially right now, right? I mean, that would be an absolute, you'd be in a padded room by the end of that, right? So I figured, what are my skills that I can't outsource, right? I can control the narrative. I know the benefits of this company. So if I get that narrative out to where we actually have true solutions for people with the same blind spots that I have, that could be beneficial, right? I can open up opportunity in this model to where every single person can perform like me or more than me and exceed whatever result that I've had, right? I can coach and pour into my folks, right? So this is just an information pour. I can lead and drive direction, right? So I can do all of these things. And what I realize is that when I'm in this space, I'm generating the most amount of money. And ironically, I'm actually investing in people, which is something that I've done for free my whole life. But that's an important part of it, right? So if I can invest in people, and around the back side of the thing, EXP makes a deposit in my account if we're out there doing transactions, which is what we do. We're not the #1 office in Charlotte because we're not doing transactions, right? So this allowed me to invest in people, but these were all income producing activities. Now, controlling the narrative, I mean, that could be social media posts, flyers on Canva, organizing events, inviting agents, right? Talking to vendors, aligning coaching schedules, right? I mean, under each of these, we have even more bullet points. Now, if I spent all my time doing these things, I would have an organization of 50, 60 agents. But because I was able to stay on this side of the paper, I have 2,070 agents. So understanding time management requires a couple basic things that you need to ask yourself. So let's just try to help you get there. Where am I leveraging? Now, some of you guys think leverage is a kind of a dirty word. Leverage isn't putting your workload on someone else's back. Leveraging is having the right people do things that they're good at, that they love to do, and realizing that it's less costly to pay them to do that versus you do it. Or if you're building out your own brokerage or indie, leveraging would be saying, look, this is the value that I'm going to offer. If you're interested, come on over here and I will continue to provide this type of value. And in turn, I'm going to take a small portion of your commission and help sustain this thing to where it's not just a total nonprofit. Simple, right? So where am I leveraging? If you're the one being leveraged, well, then go read the book E-Myth, because you are locked in the technician space, and technicians don't make fortunes. Technicians get tired. Okay, so where am I leveraging? Second, what do I love to do? If you're going to do something for 30, 40, 50 years, it's a lot easier to do it when you love it, right? So what do I love to do? Find out what that is. And then the last question is, how can I scale the solution? So for me, it was very simple. Am I leveraging? No, I was a listing agent. Everybody's calling my cell phone, right? So I realized, listen, I want to power my own brokerage through this technology stack called EXP. So I realized that that was my solution to yes, was changing the brokerage that I was at. I'm not saying you guys should do that. I'm just saying that's what I did, okay? What do I love to do? I love people. So here I would be able to invest in the people that I picked, okay? And then how can I scale this? We can offer blueprints for people who love doing the same thing. Pretty simple, right? So time management is very simple. As far as we know, you get one lifetime, or at least you get one harness in this lifetime. Your body, your human flawed understanding of the way that the life and afterlife works. We have one life and we're going to spend it working 50, 60, 70 hours a week to end up retiring at 70, 75 years old. That's bizarre world. Get super serious on your time management. I don't care if you're in real estate or if you're in the gym business or retail or you're an entrepreneur in some other type of product. You need to build the team around you and outsource the things that they can do much faster and stay in the income producing activities. And you need to start there first thing in the morning and you need to finish there. If you stay in that sweet spot, you're going to be a very narrow focus and you're going to go deep and far, and it's going to pay off in dividends. So I hope that's helpful for you. This is just a very basic elementary concept of how to construct your day to where you're actually punching and not just counter punching. Okay, thanks.